get along game. Go along, 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 get along game. Mama's cooking. Go along, get along game. Mama's cooking. Go along, get along game. Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Go along, stay with me, class. Get along. Go along, get along. Go along, get along, man. Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Stay with me, class. Go along, get along, man. Go along, get along, man. Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Go along, stay with me, class. Get along. Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Go along, get along, game is real.
Go along, get along, gang. Say,
Go along, get along, game is real.
Let's go, go along, get along, gang.
Go along, get along, game. Say,
Go along, get along, gang is real.
Go along, get along, game. Go along, get along, game.
Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Stay with me, class. Go along, get along, gang. Go along, get along.
Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Go along, stay with me, class. Get along. Go along, get along. Go along, get along.
Man, oh man, the Go Along, Get Along gang is real. What's up, y'all? Tracy So Young say, don't curse me out no more. Tracy, I didn't curse you out. Come on now, you've been here long enough now. I'm gonna talk stern when I'm mad about something, but I'm not mad at you. I'm actually was mad at the idiot Maverick Carter for doing what he did. I know people think I don't like LeBron or like this person. I don't got nothing to do with LeBron. I don't like the negative situation that I saw that this guy put him in. This guy is obviously mentally more advanced than LeBron. He's I think LeBron in a world of trouble dealing with that dude. But we're going to react to Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Buddy, God dog, Stephen A. You talked about all of these people. You act as if you are and I told you, Stephen A., you were in a go along, get along game, and you acted as if you was free to do and say whatever you want, but you are not. And you've been speaking on a lot of things, Stephen A. And you got your chest out a lot lately because you have your own show and you got $100 million. But you started speaking on the Epstein list. You started speaking on a lot of things, and I'm like. And then you spoke on it in a way like you were speaking of for everybody. So you went on Chris Cuomo and said, the American people are not worried about the Epstein list. I'm like, what? I even said, I'm like, the only thing that I disagree with Trump with is that he didn't release the Epstein list. Because everybody was blaming it on Trump. So I'm like, shit, he should have got that done. That's what he said he was going to do. Like it just seemed like it was Trump's fault because everybody he came in saying we're gonna release this Pam Bondi, all these people. So we thought that was the case, and we didn't see it, so we was pissed. So to have Stephen A. Smith go up there and say it's not a big deal, then Stephen A., I think you pissed off a lot of people. On top of that, you started getting in the media with arguments with black women, and we have a culture now that if you was a white man, then you could disagree with a black woman and potentially almost certainly not be fired, especially if you didn't be disrespectful. But they expect more from you, Stephen A. You're black and you're making money. And if you disrespect a black woman, they try to tie it to all of them. And they will take away your income or slowly get you out of there, Stephen A. And I think that's what happened to you. That's what I think. because you done got over you done got a little bit too big for your britches. And I think they're gonna show you your britches ain't as big as you think they are. And I think you lost your girlfriend, to be honest with you. I actually think you lost your girlfriend too, because you starting to diss, or not even diss, you starting to give more of your opinion on black women, and you should know better, Stephen A. You reason why I say you should know better, you was fired for giving said opinion, Stephen A. You shouldn't be talking no more about stuff like that. You should let that go. If I was working in the mainstream media and I said something about black women and I was suspended or fired for it at one point, then that's over with. I'm not saying nothing else. So here's the interview that he had that I think had a lot to do with him being fired, aside from the arguments with the women. But when you go over to the political side and you start saying things like you cool with Trump, because one minute he'll go over there, and me and Sino was talking about it. One minute he'll go over there and act like he mad at Trump, he hate Trump, and then he'll say stuff about the Dems. So he'll try to double dutch. And with them, it's all or nothing. Why you use that green screen? Which one you want to see? Hold on, let me see. You want me to have that? Want me to use that? What about Becky with the good hair? Stalking down Derek Fisher. Yeah, I like that. Or what about it blurred? You want a blurred background? No? Well, I mean, I want you to feel comfortable now. I want you to feel comfortable now. Hey, Negroes always got something. Hey, man, it's crazy, man. You know, Stephen A. Smith is not allowed to speak on white people. Once he speak on the white police officer bumping into the black football player, he lost his job. That might be too, but he definitely speaking on Trump. He definitely, it's a lot he ain't supposed to be doing. Yeah, it's a lot of things that Stephen A. been doing lately, you know. And he thinks just because he vote one way, he thinks that's going to cover him, but that's not what they looking for. It's all or nothing, Stephen A.
Versus whatever we want to call this movement on the left that has decided to match ferocity with the right.
I think it's foolish. I think that ultimately it plays right into President Donald Trump's hands, because if you're the left, you may be taking the position, you may think you're taking the moral position, but the reality is on too many occasions, we've seen them try to utilize certain issues to foment a level of support, to curry favor with constituents out there who may be undecided, who may be a bit suspect about them. You can call it an evasive tactic on their part, or effort to gain a support that evidently we all see that they've lost, at least to some degree, and they're fighting the good fight on this issue. But the reality is that the election showed us that America has spoken on this particular issues. And while we may not want children being taken away from their parents, separated from their parents and things of that nature, we certainly didn't want open borders where over 12 million people crossed borders in the United States of America, because we felt that it had a detrimental effect on this country. And so the American voter has spoken about that regard. And what they've said is that the right in their position is closer to a reality that we want in this country than the reality that the left was preaching. And when they send that kind of message, and then your response or your retort thereafter, in the aftermath of the election, obviously, is to take this route, where you have a representative or an elected official out of Maryland going all the way to El Salvador to talk to somebody, but there's stuff going on right here at home that he couldn't find the time for. This is the kind of stuff that is fodder for.
See, Stephen A. think this stuff is cool. Like, he made a very good point there. He made a very good point that Stephen A. Smith is not supposed to make. I hate to say it to you, Stephen A. This is not sports. I get people not liking me all the time now because they say I'm a Trump boy and all this other stuff. You make points like this, they're going to connect you with Trump, automatic hatred. So be careful, Stephen A.
The right, and they're going to use to their advantage any chance they get.
And they're just way too quiet. You want to care about January 6th, you should. But they're being way too quiet about things that they'd be really loud about if you flip the sides. So we're going to take a break. Stephen A is going to come back with me, and we're going to talk about a story that we do not see the same way. But I want to ask him a question that he should not answer until we come back. Any chance that you would join Andrew Yang and Elon Musk with this new party that they're starting? Don't one like an SAS
voters? No. Elon Musk, I think, is usually the thing.
fringe faction. So that takes us.
I don't know.
Not trafficked in it, and he.
All right, I'm gonna slow it down for this part. This is the part that I was talking about. Stephen A. Smith was speaking on the Epstein list. I think this was really bad because you could look in the comment section on this video. It was bad, and yeah, let's check it out.
You know, not that he believed or didn't believe, but he went after that issue and he surrounded himself with people who trafficked in this. And I don't believe it's going away, but you and I disagree about why it's not going away. You say it's not going away because there is a list.
Okay. I believe it's a list. I don't know, but neither do you. And that's where I'm going with this. I understand, first of all, that you know more than me. Hell, I lean on you for half my knowledge, for crying out loud. So let me not sit up here in front and act like I go in a different direction. I do for half my knowledge. That's where I'm going with this. I understand, first of all, that you know more than me. Hell, I lean on you for half my knowledge, for crying.
I know that just make Chris Cuomo feel so good that this brown-nosing butter biscuit boy that always talks so strong to us black folk, always talk so strong to us. He over here talking about, now he a babbling idiot when Chris Cuomo was on the scene. The guy that used all these big words, this guy that's so knowledgeable, this guy that gets mad at Jason Williams when he questions anything about his education or his motives, he's spitting mad and yelling. But with Chris Cuomo asked him one question, I mean, brown nosing. I mean, I'm just so, what do I know? I mean, without you, white massa, I mean, I don't know anything. I just come for you. I don't know nothing. Like, really, Stephen A? Right in front of our face, really? You know more than me. You need your boot clean? Yeah. $100 million guy. Unbelievable.
I believe it's a list. I don't know, but neither do you. And that's where I'm going with this. I understand, first of all, that you know more than me. Hell, I lean on you for half my knowledge, for crying out loud. So let me not sit up here in front and act like I go in a different direction. I got love and respect for you, my brother. But I think that, you know, over the course of watching folks do business, there's this inclination and there's this desire to say, conspiracy theory. Let's stop the nonsense. I'm a more practical brother, my man, Chris Cuomo. I'm a more practical brother in this sense. You can't tell me that a sex trafficker, somebody that purportedly engaged in the kind of insidious behavior that this man didn't prepare himself in some way for his comeuppance, per se, one day. And that if that day arrived, he wouldn't be in a position to say, if I go down, there's a whole lot of people that's going down with me. I'm not saying that's the truth. That would be irresponsible for me to say. But I also think it's crazy, not irresponsible, but crazy for you or somebody else to say, nonsense. There's no way that happened. We don't know that. I mean, think about the people we've seen Epstein with now. Think about the people we know that he's known. Think about the connections that he has had. Think about some of the proclivities we have learned, black, white, and everything in between, in terms of perverted men having and what have you, in terms of how they engage, the kind of behavior that they engage in. And I'm supposed to sit back here with a straight face and say, absolutely, positively not. There's no way that happened. Nah, Chris Cuomo, you can do that. I'm not doing that. I got an eyebrow raised, and I'm saying to myself, that combined with the 47th president of the United States, that is known for making sure that he does favors for those who skillfully and adroitly ingratiate themselves with him. It could be January.
See, he thinks this is like sports. You said one thing bad about the Dems. He said one thing bad about Republicans. He's insinuating that Trump is in office, so that's why it's being held up. But you can't say nothing negative about the Dems, boy. That's what you got to understand, Stephen A. You make $100 million. You better leave politics alone. They already starting to go sour on you. Like that side you on, you might well join the right, because the right will let you diss them and diss the other side. The left, it's get down and lay down. You're going to be, Stephen A., I heard you being let go at a lot of college institutions, and I don't know this to be true. This is just through the grapevine, that a lot of these HBCUs and places, they're not talking to you no more. They taking stuff away from you, Stephen A. You just got thrown off the countdown, Stephen A. All because you had an opinion. Do you still think it's cool to vote for a party that wants to take away your opinion and your ability to speak? Do you think that's okay, Stevie boy? Because now you're about to go through it. And I think this is the reason why.
Insurrectionists. It could be elected officials. It could be business folks. It could be anything. If you tell this man you love him enough, and then you need a favor, you can't rule out the possibility that he might look out for you. I'm not saying he did anything. I'm saying I'm not ruling out the possibility that Trump did favors. That said, you know what? Let it go. I'm not ruling it out.
All right.
No, not.
So I'm not saying you have to rule it out, but you can't just rule it in because it sounds like New Jack City. I remember what Nino Brown said. I remember. I saw Nino Brown, but it was a movie for reasons. So here is my suspicion coming the opposite direction, which is Biden and his team had access to this stuff. Trump and his team had access to this stuff. So I believe that we do not have a great institutional history of secret keeping. Okay. And if there was bad stuff in there about Donald Trump, it would have come out. Okay. And he would have never put these people around him. He would have never given them jobs, people who are in the pro exposure stuff. Yes, sir.
I'm not saying in any way, I'm not making any kind of implication towards the president himself. I'm saying there's some names. I believe there may be some names on a list.
I believe you.
And you also got to remember, we also lament what's okay. I'm just saying you see names on both sides of the aisle of people with money and influence or whatever. Yes. They're helping both sides. They're helping both sides. So it's in everybody's best interest to look out for those names. That's what I'm implying.
But you have these flamethrowers who would love to take those people down, first of all, and they haven't. And I will caution people. We just finished a trial where when it began, we expected a cavalcade of celebrities that were all involved in one of the oiliest, orgiastic things we've ever heard of before. And at the end of it, Diddy was all alone. And that is with federal prosecutors who had such a hard-on to get him that they had gone to such great lengths, but they couldn't loop in one other celebrity.
They didn't have the evidence.
So maybe on the Epstein side,
first of all,
we're in a similar situation.
They probably didn't have the evidence.
I don't think this has nothing to do with Epstein. I don't know how. I think I knocked my mic out. Can y'all hear me again? I think I'm back on. Yeah. I don't know how you make a comparison between Diddy and Epstein. How do you make that comparison? Epstein had a far bigger reach than Diddy. Diddy is a hip hop entertainer. His white zaddy was bigger than him. Allegedly Clyde Davis and all these other people, but Epstein could have been blackmailing politicians, foreign countries over here. Epstein knew everybody. Epstein was cool with not one president. He was cool with damn near all of them. He's in pictures with Trump. He's in pictures with Bill. He's in pictures with everybody. He knows and moved and shake with everybody. Hell, Epstein is texting a black woman from Thailand, a congresswoman who was actually, where was she from? I don't know if it's Thailand, but she was on the Senate floor during a hearing, a congressional hearing, and she was interviewing one of Trump's witnesses, and they're texting back and forth with Epstein. And this is like in 2019. So I don't think I don't think Diddy and Epstein should be mentioned in the same sentence, other than the fact that they both some sick bitches. But far as what could have been done and the scale it's been done on, Epstein is far worse in that sense and far dangerous. The influence he had on other people's lives and what he could have blackmailed people with pictures. If our former president Paul Clinton, because I don't know who Bill is, Paul Clinton, that nasty joker that was up on that wall. If our former president Paul Clinton, no relation to Bill, was always with Epstein and he was always turning up, then if he got caught in a compromising situation, audio went out again. I need to stop touching this mic. If he got caught in a compromising situation, then that could have caused a situation. Now the audio is good. Yeah, but my thing is Epstein is in a class of his own. Virgin Islands, that's where she's from. Virgin Islands, I'm sorry. She was a black woman from the Virgin Islands, and she's able to type text a guy about how she's chewing and that she looks nice. Like, who would? I don't want to hear nothing. I wouldn't want my woman to be talking with no known pedo about how she looks and all this other stuff. Like, no. But yeah, this is what I think the issue is.
Against Diddy. Certainly not to convict him of sex trafficking and racketeering. They were a bit overzealous, to say the least. And the Southern District of New York ended up with egg on their face in a very pronounced and conspicuous way that it's going to take them a very, very long time to recover from, in my estimation. Fair enough. But when we go to the Epstein, the quote-unquote Epstein file, I'm going to tell you what jumps out in my mind, because I'm with you in this regard. We can't rule it out, but we can't definitively say it existed either, because we don't know. And because we don't know, it's irresponsible to say there must be a list. There must be a list. You can say what you believe. You can say what you're suspicious of, but you can't sit up there and speak in definitive terms when you don't have that level of evidence. That's number two. Number three, here's the big thing for me. The far right is actually, they don't realize this. They're making Trump look better and better every day. Think about this. We've got the war with Ukraine and Russia. We've got the whole Israeli-Palestinian.
I want you to watch how hard Chris Cuomo swallows when when Stephen A. started this.
Got the war with Ukraine and Russia. We better every day. Think about it. Is actually, they don't realize this. They're
Watch
making
this, y'all.
Trump look better and better every day. Think about this. We've got the war with Ukraine and Russia.
Look at this.
We've got the whole
Swallow hard.
Israeli-Palestinian situation. Hamas, Hezbollah, even though that's been relatively crushed and what have you. We see all of this stuff going on. You got tariff wars. You've got, purportedly the imminent presence of inflation and all of this stuff, or recession. Everybody talks about these things, okay? You see what's going on with ICE. You see what's going on with our border issues and what have you. And Trump, no matter what you may think about him, if you are on the right, you could not ask for better than what he has done, because what he has done is what they have said they wanted and have been trying to get done for years.
Boy, Chris Cuomo is an old dirty slave covered money faking liberal. Man, Cuomo he looked like he want to choke Stephen A. He was happy with Stephen A. at first. He was smiling when Stephen A. was like, I don't know nothing. You smarter than me. He was just, Stephen A. got to say, yeah, we like Trump this, Trump that. He was, damn, boy. Stephen A., you better stop this, Stephen A. You're going to get canceled. You already won show down.
And even they admit that he's doing their bidding, yet they're in an uproar because the Department of Justice said there's no client list and the Epstein file case is closed. Really? I mean, I'm wondering I got to talk to Steve Bannon. I got to talk to him. I got to talk to some of these people, the Tucker Carlsons of the world and everybody going crazy over the Epstein client list. That's what you're concerned about? I mean, you've got such a hard on for the president that you are.
Listen to Stephen A. That's what you're worried about? Yes. It's a lot of people worried about this Epstein list. Absolutely. It's been people asking about this list for years. It's been, Stephen A., do you think this is just about a list? This is about people getting away with things, living in a shadow world from what seemed to be for years. Finally, they got a guy in Epstein that they thought was the guy that was going to be able to break the mold and catch all of these big wigs that did all these things. You know how people don't really understand the way the world works, and that's not going to happen. But this is what they were hoping. They were hoping that, hey, Epstein is going to go to trial. Epstein is going to tell on everybody. A man got unalived, Stephen A. I know he was a nasty, no good son of a you-know-what, but that nasty, no good son of a you-know-what could have locked up more nasty, no good you-know-whats had the system protected him in an isolated room where he shouldn't have been able to hurt himself at all. Had the system worked for us Americans, maybe we could have found out who these people are. but somehow a person got unalived in a cell where that wasn't supposed to be able to happen, 24-hour security, unalived in front of the American people, and we just supposed to forget about it? No. So when Trump came into office and he said he was going to give us that list, that's when everybody like, finally, we're not living in metaverse. Finally, we're not living in a world to where when big things happen right in front of us, you can say, don't look at that. Go look at LeBron James dunk. His son is in the NBA now. And then all is forgotten after you just unalive somebody in a prison cell that is not supposed to happen. So no, people are upset about that list. They almost was enraged. Some of them only thinking because Trump is getting away with something, but people want to know. They want to know why is certain people bigger than the program. And so for you to downplay it like this, Stephen A., I think you made a big, big mistake, buddy.
That's what you can going crazy. I got to talk to him. I got to talk to some of these people, you know, the Tucker Carlsons of the world and everybody going crazy over the Epstein client list. That's what you're concerned about? I mean, you've got such a hard on for the president that you are losing your mind with all the things. Again, if you are a member of the right, you're a centrist, you're a leftist, you can't be too happy with what he's doing. But on the right, you have the audacity to look at this man like he's I mean, I don't want to be facetious, but you're treating him like he's the Antichrist right now because of the Epstein list. That's what you're mad about. I do find myself a bit shocked by that. I'm like, damn, I expected folks on the right to have a lot better things to complain about than that. But they really, I mean, I don't even want to bring up his name, but you know who it was that was crying on his podcast, you know, a few days ago because the Epstein list wasn't released. Really? Really? That's what Bongino, I respect the hell out of Bongino. I really, really do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with everything.
See, Stephen A. put his foot in his mouth. He's just talking about a list as if it is just about a list. That list means a greater, bigger thing, a large, massive cover up with rich people. So it's a little guy versus a big guy thing, Stephen A. There's a good versus evil thing, Stephen A. People are tired of people just getting away with whatever they want. So it's not just the list. So people heard you say this, and a lot of people got enraged because there's women out there that's been taken advantage of, Stephen A. There's women out there that's been trafficked and then made it through that. And to hear you get up on TV and say, that's what we worried about, a list. They're worried about the people that could be still operating and getting away in the shadows with things like this. That list and that Epstein and everything about him could have told us, Stephen A. So this was pretty stupid. This was pretty stupid.
He said, but I have profound respect for him in the service to our country, being, you know, doing the things that he has done. But that's what you're reportedly contemplating resigning. You're the deputy director of the FBI. Really? But you know because why? He's embarrassed. He wants to go, because he thought there was a list. And he was saying he was.
I don't know that he ever thought that there was a list, but here is the answer. Okay, this is the answer. See this? Okay, this is the answer. Okay, they are upset about the Epstein list. They are obsessed with the Epstein list because it's how they get paid. It has generated bazillions of clicks, and they know that, and that's why they're trafficking. Okay. And if you look, there is a pattern I didn't know. The pod people. The pod people don't waste time on what doesn't pay the way mooks like I do on my show, where I talk about things that I know may not be that popular. That's not what these guys do. Exactly. And conspiracies get you paid. That's why they care.
Well, let's take let's take a page as brothers from other mothers, respectfully. Let's take a page and just educate a bunch of folks. All just like all money ain't good money, all clicks ain't good clicks. There's a lot that Chris Cuomo and Stephen A. Smith and others could do to get more clicks. But you know what? Your pride, your integrity, what you stand on, what you stand for matters. You know, represent yourself, represent your name, your family, you know, whomever, you know, who your employer, etc. It all comes with it. And so if that's the answer, and I didn't think about that, Chris, to be quite honest with you, but if that's the answer, it's pretty damn sad. It's pretty damn sad that that's what it has come to, because I'm just looking at if you're a Republican, if you're the GOP, I mean, the big, beautiful bill was just passed, even though the deficit is going to escalate from 3.3.
So yeah, that in my opinion is what got Stephen A. in all this trouble. Yeah, but let's go to this clip because I think this clip is going to be an interesting segue for the next clip. Here's Donald Trump in the Oval Office going off on a reporter that I don't know, I guess he took offense to what the question he kept asking, or she kept asking. So let's see what he said.
You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter. As far as the Epstein files is, I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert. But I guess I turned out to be right. But you know who does have?
So Donald Trump threw Epstein out of his club years ago, allegedly, because he thought he was a sick pervert. Could that be the reason why Epstein was obsessed with Trump? Because Trump threw him out of his club? And people knew that, so that's what they wanted to let this list out for? I don't know. Dr. Sebastian Long. Oh, wow, that's crazy. That's your YouTube name. But Dr. Sebastian said that's cap or BS.
Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, who ran Harvard, was with him every single night. But you know, many years ago, because I thought he was a sick pervert. But I guess I turned out to be right. But you know who does have? Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, who ran Harvard, was with him every single night, every single weekend. They lived together. They went to his island many times. I never did. Andrew Weissman here. All these guys were friends of his. You don't even talk about those people.
That's interesting because the guy from Harvard, I think he stepped down already. I think the guy from Harvard maybe have stepped down already. We'll have to go into that story. That's interesting that he said something about a guy from Harvard. I don't know nothing about no Bill. I know Paul Clinton.
You just keep going on the Epstein files. And what the Epstein is a Democrat hoax to try and get me not to be able to talk about the $21 trillion that I talked about today. It's a hoax. Now, I just got a little report, and I put it in my pocket, of all the money that he's given to Democrats. He gave me none, zero, no money to me. But he gave money to Democrats. And people are wise to your hoax. And ABC's, your company, your crappy company, is one of the perpetrators. And I'll tell you something. I think the license should be taken away from ABC because your news is so fake and it's so wrong. And we have a great commissioner, the chairman, who should look at that, because I think when you come in and when you're 97% negative to Trump and then Trump wins the election in a landslide, that means obviously your news is not credible and you're not credible.
Damn, boy, Trump going off. And now ABC, he already putting it out there. Y'all better be careful. He said, I think y'all should lose your license. This is Trump signaling to the guy who's over the commission to take their license. That's what it seemed like.
Fake. And it's so wrong. And we have a great commissioner, the chairman, who should look at that, because I think when you come in and when you're 97% negative to Trump and then Trump wins the election in a landslide, that means obviously your news is not credible and you're not credible as a reporter. So I've answered your question. You should go and look at the Democrats who received money from Epstein, who spent their time. Larry Summers was with him all the time. That creep of the fund guy was with him all the time. What's his name? Reid Hoffman. I don't know Reid Hoffman, but I know he spends a lot of money on the radical left. Reid Hoffman, in my opinion, should be under investigation. He's a sleazebag. And those are the people, but they don't get any press. They don't get any news. And you're not after the radical left because you're a radical left network. But I think the way you ask a question with the anger and the meanness is terrible. You ought to go back and learn how to be a reporter. No more questions from you. Who else has a question?
Trump, so you need to go back and learn how to be a reporter. No more questions from you. God dang. Boy, hey, Trump don't mess around, boy. When I say Trump don't mess around, that's how you're supposed to handle stuff when somebody tripping off up in your home. Because the White House is Trump home from now. I know everybody don't like that, but this is on a guy named Dr. Steve Turley. Dr. Steve Turley, he has a large following. I don't know why that just popped up on my timeline. I think the phone is listening to me or listening to my last lives because I never heard of this guy. But I want to go over his video up under fair use. This is some interesting things this guy put out here.
Files, they've already claimed their very first Democrat victim. The House is voting today on a bill that could blow the lid off of one of the most explosive scandals in modern American history. After months of delays, political warfare, and backroom maneuvering, we're finally getting answers about the Jeffrey Epstein files, and what they reveal will shock you. Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to help you make sense of the mad being happen all over the world. FL and subscribe nation from the latest Epstein files bombshell, which ironically all started with the Democrats trying to distract the nation's attention away from their humiliating defeat in the Schumer shutdown. You'll recall House Democrats on the Oversight Committee released 3 emails from Jeffrey Epstein's estate, all 3 cherry-picked, so as to try to implicate Trump in Epstein's sordid inner circle. Of course, the emails revealed no new information. They didn't even remotely implicate Trump in any nefarious activity. But what it did do is it gave Trump and the Republicans the opportunity to launch an all-out nuclear retaliation. The House Oversight Committee dropped tens of thousands of Epstein emails and texts like literal nukes over the Democrat Party. And those emails and texts revealed that the Democrats, and particularly Barack Obama's inner circle, had direct, regular communications with Epstein. And now those communications have officially taken one of them out. Larry Summers, the former Treasury Secretary under Obama, ex-president of Harvard University, is, quote, stepping back from all public engagements after he was exposed as basically being a...
Is this the same guy Trump was talking about was friends with Epstein? Is this the same guy? Larry Summers. I think that might be the same name that Trump said. Let me see. I got to go listen to this video. It might have been the same name that Trump said. So let me, I think Trump said Larry Summers, the president of Harvard. And here it is that this guy.
You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter. As far as the Epstein files is, I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert. But I guess I turned out to be right. But you know who does have? Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, who ran Harvard, was with him every single...
Trump said Larry Summers, who ran Harvard, was with him every single day. Larry Summers says he's deeply ashamed after new Jeffrey Epstein emails and will pause public engagement. Interesting. I know this means I'm a hater. This means I'm protecting Trump. This means I'm doing all this because I'm reporting on the news. This is interesting.
A super fan of Epstein's. Not only did the messages show Summers having regular conversations with Epstein, but the email shows Summers actually asked Epstein, I kid you not, for dating advice. Yes. That's in the emails. You can't make this stuff up. High-level Democrats in Obama's inner circle were asking Epstein, one of the single worst child sex offenders in our nation's history, for freaking dating advice.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me hear that again.
One of the single worst child sex offenders in our nation's history for freaking dating advice. Asking Epstein. You can't make this stuff up. High-level Democrats in Obama's inner circle were asking Epstein, one of the single worst child sex offenders in our nation's history, for freaking dating advice.
If that's true, that's crazy work. If that's true, that is crazy work. That means they would be yelling out in public saying, release the list, release the list. And then behind the scenes, they got to be saying, hell no, don't release this list. That's just my assumption. I don't want no problems. The left don't play no games. Sino told me the left don't play no game. I don't want no problems. I'm just reporting on the news. When the left don't play no games, this is what I don't understand. How come it's always us black people that they get, or we so scared? How come this guy got 1.4 million subscribers? He can say this stuff and nobody's going to bother him. I don't understand. It's crazy.
You have to let that itch you. The Treasury Secretary of the United States was taking romantic counsel from a convicted sex trafficker. Needless to say, the resignations are just beginning here. The New York Times is reporting that Summers has resigned from advisory board of the Yale Budget Lab. He's also reportedly resigned from his fellowship at the Center for American Progress, a far-left think tank. Spokesperson from that organization did confirm that Summers has resigned from there. And it's only a matter of time before he resigns from Harvard University itself, where he continues to be listed as a faculty member. But I just don't see how a fanboy of Jeffrey Epstein can continue to be allowed to be around 18-year-old girls. Now, the Epstein fallout appears to be just getting started here. We're now learning that Epstein was in direct contact with a Democrat delegate from the U.S. Virgin Islands during a hearing that was questioning President Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen. Stacey Plaskett, a non-voting delegate from the Virgin Islands, appeared to be messaging with Epstein during a February 2019 congressional hearing that was grilling Cohen in an attempt to find some dirt on Trump. And the two were messaging back and forth. It appears that Epstein was actually feeding questions to this delegate to ask of Cohen. Epstein was asking questions, in effect, asking questions in a congressional hearing. I mean, think about that. This guy was.
I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think how and why would a woman of that influence be talking to Epstein. I don't want to think about that. How does he know so many people? How did he know so many people? How did he have so much influence? How is he so likable that he can do the nasty things that he did and people still have respect for him and talk to him behind the scenes? Is it because more people that they know do the same thing? I don't know. I'm just asking.
So embedded inside the Democrat Party that he was feeding them questions for an anti-Trump witness in real time during a formal congressional hearing. But it actually gets worse. We're now learning that this Democrat delegate from the Virgin Islands accepted $30,000 from Epstein for the Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee after he was already a convicted sex offender. She also took maxed out campaign donations directly from Epstein in 2016 and
all you got to do is follow the money. Campaign donations. And these weasels get the protection that they want. And then they get so many political power and political influence that they think they're untouchable. Kwame is doing what? Let's see. Aaron G says, Kwame pulling reports from Republicans. Oh, I didn't know he was a Republican, so you know more than me on that one. Kwame pulling reports from Republicans calling out Democrats. Kwame is that MAGA coat with Megyn Kelly. Okay, I just did a video that Chris Cuomo and Stephen A. Smith was on, so I don't understand your point. I don't get it. You're not even speaking towards what's being said. You're speaking about Kwame. I never understood when people do that. Well, actually, I do. I understand that it's all about who we like, and you probably saying something about somebody that you like. So you said an asinine statement like this. I said my phone was listening to me, and I don't even know who this guy is. And the phone this video just came across. But you seem to know so much. So why don't you hit the link and you kind of come tell me everything to say since you know so much? Because you can't listen to the news and see and make a decision around it without talking about the person who's delivering the news. So why don't you come on up here and you do the news? Since I'm MAGA, you come on up here and do it from a neutral standpoint. Because I'm so tired of you niggas always talking about the person who's reporting on something instead of the context and the content that's being reported. Is it okay for Epstein to be texting a woman of her status from the Virgin Islands where she can interview somebody who didn't like Trump? Do you not see how asinine that is? What the fuck does that have to do with your opinion, or whether you think I'm a MAGA or whether you think I'm not? I don't give a damn if it was MAGA or if it was the Democrats. Shouldn't nobody be able to text with a P file, a known P file, be texting somebody and getting direction to ask and question somebody in a hearing? Now, if you're not, if you're too emotional to be able to comment about something like this and you just want to make it about Kwame, then this ain't the chat for you. Wait till I'm cursing, wait till I'm roasting people, and then you come back. Okay?
And this is all just the tip of the iceberg. We're now learning about some of the antics of these Democrat mega donors, and we're learning about Democrat judges and what they're doing behind the scenes to prevent the grand jury proceedings involving Epstein from ever seeing the light of day. Wait until
King Kush is no longer welcome in my chat. Anytime somebody see King Kush in my chat, make sure you block them. The link is in the chat. I'll play it until you find the link.
you see this. But first, gang, have you seen the price of gold and silver of late? I mean, they're absolutely skyrocketing. Gold record result 26 gold. Make it even better. We've got over 3 more years of these Americans by backing them with physical this new gold. Other return chat. Give 5 central back over below that reveals 5.2 billionaire Caribbean island donor to gold today. We're now learning that LinkedIn co-founder and billionaire Democrat mega donor Reid Hoffman visited Jeffrey Epstein's private Caribbean island back in 2014 and was reportedly scheduled to stay overnight at Epstein's Manhattan townhouse later on that year in December, where he was invited to a breakfast party with none other than Bill Gates. Isn't it interesting how Gates...
Woo! Woo! Goodness gracious. Golly. Boy, this rabbit hole run deep, boy. Goodness gracious. This damn rabbit hole run deep. Golly. The LinkedIn co-founder went to Epstein Island in 2014. That's what he said. This guy was already a known pedophile in 2014. Why would he go in 2014 to Epstein Island? Why would he want to go after that? Let me see. Let me make sure I'm saying it right.
And was reportedly scheduled Jeffrey, co-founder and billionaire Democrat mega at Augusta Gold today. We're now learning that LinkedIn co-founder and billionaire Democrat mega donor Reid Hoffman visited Jeffrey Epstein's private Caribbean island back in 2014.
This is 2014. This is already a guy that we already know. You might have to download the StreamYard app. Whenever you get it downloaded. Yeah, that's what I don't know who Cody is, so I'm not gonna let you up. I don't know if you're a real person or anything. So yeah, I'm not trying to get porn bombed or none of that. But anywho, this is another rich white guy who's probably not good with the ladies, who's probably good at making money. So these guys, you got to think about it. A lot of these really rich billionaires, they're really, some of them, the ones that are techie and really smart, they get advanced and skipped up. A lot of them, they don't really have social skills. They don't know how to talk to ladies. So a lot of these guys are introverts. They have a bunch of money, but they're doofuses. They get taken advantage of. So they need friends to hook them up because they don't know what to say. And so this guy and many other of these billionaire guys are going to be on the list. I guarantee you. And some of the people that's going to be on this list probably didn't do anything wrong. You know, in this situation, the guys that didn't do anything wrong, they don't want to get caught up with the people who did. You know, if everybody was at a party, if everybody was at the Diddy party, but you went and you left early and you don't know what was happening after that, you don't want your name to be associated to everything that was going on after that. Oh yeah, he got all this access to accounts in LinkedIn. Let me delete my LinkedIn account. Ain't this a? I never really used it, but that's a lot of personal information that you put into these sites that you don't even know these type of people are involved in.
And was reportedly scheduled to stay overnight at Epstein's Manhattan townhouse later on that year in December, where he was invited to a breakfast party with none other than Bill Gates. Isn't it interesting how Gates has been chumming up to Trump of late? Most significantly, Hoffman personally invited Epstein to a 2015 Silicon Valley dinner with a number of tech billionaires. Keep in mind, this is 7 years after Epstein's 2008 conviction. Hoffman also reportedly facilitated $525,000 in Epstein donations to MIT's Media Lab between 2013 and 2017. And so in light of these revelations, President Trump has formally ordered Attorney General Pam Bondi to investigate Hoffman's Epstein connections, along with other prominent Democrat donors. And of course, we haven't even brought up the fact that Bill Clinton flew in Epstein's private jet an astonishing 26 freaking times. That according to flight logs. While Clinton denies ever visiting Epstein's island, I smoked, but I didn't inhale. Witness accounts and emails raised serious questions about that. One Epstein victim claimed she saw Clinton on the island with 2 young women, though in fairness, I should note, Ghislaine Maxwell denied that in recent testimony. Again, we'll have to see as more and more evidence comes to light. But even more than that, here's what the Democrats don't want you to know, what's really going on behind the scenes, behind all their bluster to release the Epstein files.
He said, I guess I'm a bot. I don't know if you're a bot or not, but you didn't show your face. So if you want me to, I don't know what you're going to say. I'll put up an overlay and then you can come up, but I don't know who you are. And I do get porn bombs. So hit the link. I'll put up an overlay, but that's about it. Let me drop this link back in here for you. Yep, you AI. I don't know what you are. But the link is back in the chat. All right, we got Aaron G up here. Your mic, take your mic off mute.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Hey, so what I was saying in the chat is it just seems like you only showing reports from sides that's biased towards Trump. That's what it looked like.
How do you say that when Cuomo is a Democrat? He's the anchor for CNN for many years, and I just showed that with Stephen A. Smith.
This guy.
So are you admitting
showing now? No, this guy that you're showing now.
Are you admitting that you're wrong? Because I just showed you can say that about this guy that's up right now. I got that part. But what about Chris Cuomo?
See, I just tuned in with this guy right here.
So you're ignorant to the situation, and you made a statement like that with your ignorance. Because if you just got in, there was about 20 or 30 minutes before you got in, right?
Yeah.
So you should have rewound it a little bit, saw who was up first, because you made a statement about the entire video, and you're false.
Well, I made a statement about that guy you showing now.
But you made a statement about me. You said I'm a MAGA this, I'm a MAGA that, and you did that based on limited information. You did that based on what you saw on the video right now.
I did that based on this video and you not calling out Megyn Kelly.
Who is Megyn Kelly? The white lady?
Well, you know she white, so you know who she is, right?
But what did she say that I need to call out? But I'm just
come on, Kwame, man. Come on, Kwame.
I'm confused.
Come on, Kwame.
Okay, you didn't say that. You said that 3 times already, but you should.
Yeah, you play because you playing dumb. You playing dumb, Kwame.
You just gonna keep talking,
bro. Ain't no way.
Hold on. I'm gonna need you to pause for a second. I know you got egg on your face, and you probably just drunk 3 or 4 eggs and drunk a gallon of milk because you just left the gym. But you're being ignorant. All jumping all around talking about Megyn Kelly don't got nothing to do with what you said in this video. You said something stupid because you want to sit up here and say that I'm a MAGA boy and all this, and you were ignorant to the situation. So instead of apologizing, you just want to talk over me on my own show. That's kind of weak. I'm gonna take the thing down, but that's kind of weak.
All right, can I go?
Yeah, I mean, you just yelling over me, and now it's all right. Can you go? I'm literally trying to have a conversation with you, and you
All
keep
right.
repeating yourself over and over again. Now,
So
why would
so
you?
you
Why
asked,
would you? I'm gonna ask you a question. Why would you say something based on the limited information that you had?
and what I was telling you is it
You're
wasn't
not
just
answering
based.
my question. Why
I'm
would
about
you
to.
make a statement like
Can you?
that?
Well, that's weak talking over me, and I'm trying to answer it.
Go ahead.
All right. So based on the video that I was just seeing off of your channel that you were just showing, and based on you not calling out Megyn Kelly for the crazy shit she said, that's why I put the bagger label on you.
I just think that's stupid because I
I
haven't
don't.
even. Okay, now I'm trying to respond. I think that's stupid because you're making an assumption that I saw what you saw about Megyn Kelly, which I didn't. Number one. Number two, you might want to go rewind the video and then come back up here and make another statement because you should have apologized based on what you said. Calling somebody a MAGA boy and all this other stupidity because you didn't see the rest of the video and because I didn't do what you
I
wanted me
said
to
you was
do.
part of the MAGA cult. I ain't
I
call you
don't
a
even know
MAGA
what a
boy.
MAGA code is. You hear me talk all the time. You hear me say I don't belong to no groups. And so for you to come up here and say I'm a part of a cult just because I didn't pay attention to a video that you watched and because you were ignorant to my prior video earlier, you could just rewind this video back and you could have just saw that I had the CNN anchor Chris Cuomo on along with Stephen A. Smith. So I think that's corny.
Okay. And so you mean to tell me that you didn't hear nothing about the Megyn Kelly statements?
Yes, I mean to tell you I ain't heard nothing about the Megyn Kelly
Yeah,
statements.
okay.
I
Okay.
mean to tell you that. I do. You're making
All
an assumption and you want me to
right.
argue based on your assumption. That's very juvenile and weak.
All right. Well, I tell you what, go pull it up. Go pull up Megyn Kelly and see what she said.
Why don't you
And
pull it
I
up? You
want to
got a
know if you
YouTube
agree with
page?
it.
Why don't you go pull it up? You got a YouTube page?
Okay, well, you don't want to pull it up. I know you done heard it. I know you done heard
Now
it.
you know I heard it.
Yeah. I know
Okay,
you done
that's
heard
what's
it,
up.
Kwame, man.
All right. Well, you have a nice day, brother.
Yeah, you too, brother.
All right. This is why you can't it's hard with some of these Negroes, man. You try to have a conversation with them, they dish you before they talk to you, and really they just upset because you didn't do what they want you to do. This dude was ignorant to the rest of my life. I got a guy that did CNN on the panel that I did a video from, and then this guy don't even know who he is, but he mad at me for not doing what he wanted me to do, just like the rest of these psychos. What's up, Charles?
What's up, Kwame? How you doing, man? Let me tell you
I
something,
can't
man. I wouldn't worry about it. I just wouldn't worry about it. Over half these niggas running around here with chains all around their neck, muscles and everything, laid up in the bed with another man, trying to figure out who gonna touch who. And it don't make no damn difference who touch who. You're both there. You might well do what you got to do. But that list, it's got a lot of people on it. Now, allegedly, they said Kamala Harris is on that list. I was very shocked at that. So she do fly out. Her husband don't know where she be going. She do fly out and go out there on the other side of California. I don't know what they're doing over there, but she do fly out. I don't know if she getting a freak on over there. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you this: this is not a game, man. Chris Tucker, he on the list. What's happening, man? I'll tell you what's happening, Chris. Your ass is on that list. That's what you own. These niggas running around here, they bona fide freaks. And I did not know, KB. I didn't know that they had bedrooms up under the Capitol. What that doing down there? And I heard that they be getting they goddamn freak on. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Niggas show you one thing and you ask them to take their shirt off and turn around and they got some peanut butter on their back or some liquid sugar on their face. This is what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. You don't have to trick me. You really don't have to trick me. You can trick somebody else, but you ain't got to trick me. I don't told people. Everybody on that list. Smokey Robinson on that list. And by the way, KB, smoking need to be stopped. I don't know what's going on with this nigga, man. This nigga don't wait till he was 83 years old to start taking his fucking clothes off. But he on the list too. Somebody stop smoking. He said he's gonna take his drawers off. Smokey, if you take your drawers off, I'll never go to sleep again. Nigga, I'm already having a hard time sleeping right now. And you gonna take your clothes off? Nobody wanna see a regular ass, light-skinned man at 83 years old. Nobody wanna see that shit. That's a horror picture. That you got to go to a psychiatrist after seeing that shit. But like I said, KB, you're not a part of that. And this is why they'll come after you. This is what I'm talking about. These guys running around here like they tough. They ain't tough, man. They ain't tough. They right over there. Over there. Clinton, I wasn't on that list. Then you look on the flight log, he over there 12 times. What's so good over there at that goddamn mansion that you got to be over there? And I know what was going on. A lot of people on that thing. And they ready to come, so go ahead and release the paper. And then they give me, like you said, behind closed doors, don't release the papers. No, all of them freaks. All of them. I got to expect that every last one of them are freaks. I'm telling you right now, most of them congressmen, they ain't hitting on that man and wife. They go on the other side of the world and enjoy themselves. They love the lifestyle. He ain't doing nothing. He at work all the time. What he gonna do? He don't took every pill known to man, and the nigga ain't number 4 inches. What you gonna do with that, bruh? You ain't gonna do shit with it. I don't told you. Don't nobody want you. Don't nobody want you. You got to pay for yours. This is what I'm talking about. But I'm glad that it brings up the conversation of women. Women used to be protected a long time ago. They're not protected no more. So I suggest my brothers out there, my kings, my warriors, my players and hustlers. If you got a woman that's important to you, protect her. If a man come up and disrespect her and do that, you're supposed to turn his ass inside and out. That's what you're supposed to do. Even if you get your ass whooped, nigga, get your ass whooped. Because our black women is worth more to us to be protected. Now, these little girls, they need to be stopped. What these parents said. What the goddamn parents said. That's what the hell I want to know. What the parents said. You letting your...
Uh-oh, what happened?
He was on the road, boy.
Hey, man, I had to stay on camera, man. Uncle Charles crazy, man. What's going on?
Road with you. What's up, Kwame?
Hey, get your mic fixed, huh?
Okay,
go ahead.
There it is. There it is. Dang it.
That is?
There it is.
Okay, I'm gonna say this and close it. And my brother, I'm gonna say this. I always say something close. Let me tell you something. I'm a man. My daddy raised a man. My dad I loved him so much, and I still love him today. You would think he was a little bit crazy. My daddy took a door off the hinges. Just told his son bitch out the damn door. He said, "Come on, son, let's go to the store." My mama said, "You can't leave that damn door off there. Anything will crawl in this son of a bitch." And this is what I'm talking about, man. But let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like our black kings protecting our black queens. We got to protect our black women, man. They're under attack, man. They telling us a guy that's dressed up like a woman with a wing is more than a woman than a real black woman. You cannot make this shit up. And I appreciate you.
All right, Uncle Charles. Salute to you, brother.
One love, brother. What's
All right.
going on with you guys, first and foremost, man?
Uncle Charles, you want to stay up here? You want me to drop you? I'll never know what he want me to do. Oh, no, he usually dip and it'll just fall off. All right, I can come back on camera now, man. I ain't fucking with Uncle Charles, man. Gonna get me laughing at this stuff.
I was on the road, bro.
Hey, I ain't messing with Uncle Charles, man. He gonna say stuff, get you laughing.
He need a campaign, bro. Goddamn, he could run for office on that one.
Shoot, no, he can't. The stuff he say he can't run for no office. I don't know what office he gonna run for. Shoot,
hey,
what's
bro,
going on?
I did want to get your take on it. There's two things I want to bring up to you. I texted you something earlier that was very disgusting. I really want you to take a look at about what's going on in Chicago. But about this situation first and foremost, and I really wanted to get your take on it. For what I'm getting out of this whole thing, man, and really the disgusting thing and the reality of it, I think the public just have to be honest with ourselves. And a lot of this just went down with this Epstein Island. This has been going on for centuries, man. Hate to say it like that. I think it's just been kind of like upfront with it, with this scenario, because now people are about to, understand what the Pandora box is with this scenario. 9 times out, we all know this man didn't kill himself up in that jail. And the people that are connected is going to be going down pretty soon too. But what I would say is, and when I started opening my eyes, Kwame, be honest with you. You notice how the Me Too movement got very quiet once this whole thing started jumping off?
The Me Too movement on Epstein?
Yes. They got very quiet. It was all, before the Epstein thing went down, Me Too movement was all over talking about it was wrong for men doing this, men doing that, woo, woo, woo. But when the Epstein list came, the controversy started going in, that movement got quiet as a church mouse.
Really? Why do you think that is?
Because I think personally, some of the people that were connected with the Me Too movement and their so-called allies, you know, so-called liberal Hollywood friends and all that, were also part of it.
Oh, pin the link.
Personally, you know, I you know, they were talking, and I don't want to say anything to get you flagged or anything, but it was certain celebrities that you know, we think there were high profile liberal politicians and rock stars and actors that were coming to this island also.
Mm-hmm.
And once they start revealing all the names of the people who were going in and coming there, people were just like, they got very, very distant. I mean, you seeing for some reason Tom Hanks moved about the country.
Now I did see that.
That was funny.
There's a lot of people moved out of the country now. And I think who started that trend was Russell Simmons.
Exactly. I think Russell was smart enough to the point where he was, now this was the Me Too movement going at him. And he was smart enough to be like, I'm not about to be part of no witch hunt. I'll holler at y'all. And Puffy and R. Kelly should have did the same thing, but now they want to stay around.
I don't know if it was a witch hunt with R. Kelly or well, not maybe not. Well, R. Kelly or P. Diddy. I think there was some stuff there. It maybe not have been. They didn't get convicted as much as people allege that they did, or that P. Diddy did for sure. But it wasn't nothing there. That's what people got to understand.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it was, I mean, it was. I hated that. I'm surprised he didn't sue HBO for doing that documentary on him too, because it was like, you know, you got fluffed up information on something that didn't go nowhere. And same thing with Michael Jackson's estate. They did the same premise of doing that whole documentary that didn't have anything, no substantial evidence, and for some reason they still put that situation out there to damage this man's name even after his death. So we looking at this scenario like to the point where, I hate to say it, man, Eddie Griffin was right about, you know, as black folks, you don't leave out this business, you know what I'm saying, without, you know, some type of controversy going in. But two more things before I get out, man. I texted you earlier about what's going on in Chicago, man. They had these young kids that jumped on this mama and her 9-year-old kid and beat them and dragged them up and down. Right now, everybody's, you know, getting crazy on this situation. And I sent you the video on it. If you get a chance, take a look at it.
What time you sent it to me?
Yeah, I texted it to you about 2 hours ago.
I don't see it. Let me see. You said 2 hours ago.
Yeah, about an hour and 2 hours ago. It was a Twitter video. Man, the young kids drugged this mama and a 9-year-old child. Man, I was just like, come on, man, y'all, enough is enough now. Jamel Green? I think so.
Okay, I just got it. 12:33. Okay.
Yeah, and before I get off, what you think about them Hawks, man?
What you mean?
You see what they doing now?
What they doing?
They showing out a little, bro. They got to get the villain back though, man. They got to get Ice Trey the villain back on there. Once they get that, you know,
they lost last night, ain't it?
No,
they came back and won that game.
Yeah.
No, didn't they just play OKC?
Hold
no,
on,
that wasn't them.
They played with Phoenix, man.
You're right. That wasn't them. That was who played OKC last night? That was New Orleans. That was the Pelicans.
My Pelicans. Oh Lord, we ain't about to start on that.
Yeah, that's the Pelicans.
Did you see they let go of Willie Green a couple of days ago?
Oh yeah. But hold on, let me ask this dude, Cody. Cody, you've been trying to hit the link for a minute. What's up, Cody?
Hey, what up?
All right, bro.
Hey, what up, guys? No, I just wanted to say what's up. Glad to have me on, bro. I appreciate you. Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay. No, bro. You know, it was first when you guys were talking about the I'm not trying to be, I forget her name, but the black gal that was in the hearing, Epstein was literally messaging her during the actual hearing. She was looking back at her phone, and she's a Democrat. She was looking back at her phone, back and forth, telling her what to say. And the evidence is all out there. And if everybody wants to be real about this whole thing, the administrations before this had it for 16 years, the whole Epstein thing. Nobody said anything. Nobody tried to bring up nothing on it. And so you're telling me that Trump being the most hated president ever, that they weren't going to spill the beans to try to keep him from being president? That's all fake news, bro. It's all bullshit. You know, it's just a smear campaign. Anything to take away from what Trump is actually trying to do. People think things just happen overnight, like meaning all the groceries, all the food, everything's just going to come down overnight. That's not the way it works, people. And so everybody just wants to hate on him. Everybody wants to put other things in the way to downgrade the things that he has been doing. And I get it. Everybody says he should be doing more for America. But if there isn't stability around us, then America isn't shit. If all the countries around us are all fighting, how are we safe? But that's kind of what I got.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who you was. I seen you in the chat before, but you got to be careful with some of these people that got just a letter on their name. But some of the stuff you said, I showed it already, so I understand definitely what you're saying. But it's just when I say it, they always look at me like, "Oh, you hating and you doing this."
Because to a lot of black people, with you being a Republican, bro, you're a coon, bro.
I'm an independent though. I'm not even a Republican.
Oh, okay, my bad, bro. My bad. I just kind of see you lean a little bit towards that side, but hey, you better stay in that middle, bro. Because
I do, because I believe in the conservative values, and most people do. They just don't say it outwardly because they'll get in trouble.
Exactly. So people need to be who they are. Who cares if your views aren't liked by everybody? You know what I mean? Who cares? Just be you. That's all anybody should be. Stephen A, same thing. I love the guy one day, and then the next day I'm like, man, who is this guy? He bends the knee any chance he does. He'll talk about black people, but then once black people get mad at him, then he bends the knee right away. It's like, bro, you're a real person like that people look up to. And, I just think the whole flip-flop and stuff doesn't help anybody.
This dude say, KB, if you voted for Trump, how are you an independent? Because I voted for Obama twice, and then I voted for Trump because I can independently think and I can see policies that I like. So that's why I said I'm an independent, because most of your wives and girlfriends wouldn't let you vote any other way. So that's why I'm an independent.
I'm about policies.
That's all I'm about.
If your policies fit my initiative, then that's what I'm going to go on. But the whole woke bullshit, like they don't know what a man or a female is, or all this other dumb bullshit, bro, I'm not for it. And it's just a lot of stuff just turned me off from that side. And they're always fighting. That side is always fighting. Who's their real leader? AOC, Bernie Sanders, that's 1 foot in the grave. Like, they have nobody. Fucking Jasmine Crockett, that's just the biggest racism out there, but nobody will call it out because she's black.
Nah, you can't call her out. She black and she fine. That's what you gotta add that to it. That's what they're gonna like.
Yeah, she's fine for a 40-something-year-old.
Yeah, so that's why they're gonna vote for her, bro. I don't think they can do nothing about Jasmine Crockett. She looks like the culture, and most times when they get a woman up there that looks like the culture, they're gonna protect each other. So that's just what it is.
Do you know that she went to 2 schools that cost more than a lot of these people's houses? But
absolutely.
She'll speak correctly, bro, in certain situations, but then when she gets around the black people, hey, y'all, hey, yes, yeah.
But they don't care. I promise you. I done said this 1,000 times. They still don't care.
I know. I'm just trying to speak facts,
All right. Well, I appreciate you, Cody. I will let Russ and some of them get in. I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, love you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right, man. So Cody wasn't a bot. So he cool peep. So next time he can come up here and hit the link, I can let him up without this overlay. We ain't have no issue. What's up, Russ?
Yeah, I think
this right now. Everybody else on the panel I know already.
What's going down, big player? Hey, I just wanted to respond. I didn't
Hold
get to
on, my
catch up.
bad, Russ. My bad,
Oh, go
Russ.
ahead,
Hold
my
on.
bad.
Kobe
All right.
Bryant Films was up here first. My bad, my bad. Go ahead, Kobe Bryant Film.
No, I was just going to agree with the last guy. Basically, like everybody's going to the extreme, and they mad as hell at you for not going extreme with them. It's like hell no, man. Hell no, I don't agree with none of that shit. I don't have to be a Republican to disagree with all this shit that's going on. And you can't tie me. And that's the thing. People keep trying to put other people into a box. Like, oh, you got to think like this, nigga. No, I got to think the way I want to think. You know, I'm a free thinking person. So obviously I'm gonna have my own opinions. And if I lean right, I lean right. If I lean left, I lean left. I mean, if whoever making sense at the time, that's who you're supposed to be going with for real. And whoever
Well, let me
getting
ask,
shit
let me
done.
ask you this. Let me ask you this then. Can you imagine having a job? You make $30 million a year. You're a Republican, but you automatically know that being a Republican or you're an independent, but being an independent and voting a different way could potentially make you lose your money. Do you say something or do you stay quiet?
Oh, if I'm losing my money?
You're gonna look, because most of these guys, if they come out, if anybody in the mainstream media come out and say they like Trump, they're definitely gonna lose some money. Steph
See, that's
Curry,
why you got to
LeBron
get out
James.
of corporate.
Can you imagine if LeBron James say I'm a Trump supporter?
Yeah, you can't say that. So the thing is that's why we talk about ownership, right? Because
Right.
like you could say whatever the fuck you want right now. Other niggas can't. So who's free?
But under the confines of a job, like an NBA job this is why I'm trying to get you guys not to trust most of these celebrities. And here's why. If
Yeah.
I was making $30 million a year, I'm not saying jack shit.
Oh yeah, I ain't saying
If I'm
shit.
up under that system, I'm not saying a dang thing. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
But
that's the reason why I'm so careful about taking a job or doing anything now, because a lot of these guys are masquerading as these independent men and they got everything figured out, and they're not independent men. If they say one wrong thing like Stephen A potentially just did, it's over for them.
political correctness has killed this country in a lot of ways, because a lot of people, like you said, man, they gotta go along to get along. They can't say how they feel, and either that or they gotta shut the fuck up. You know what I
How
mean?
long has
And
it been like that though? Because for as long as I
she,
can remember, yeah, I don't even know if it's politically correctness. I just think that when you're a black male, you're just expected to do what mama do. You just expected to vote the same way. We all were Democrats because they gave us food stamps. And the Republicans
yeah,
is racist because they always want to vote against it. So that's usually our line of who gives us what. And they all should give us something, but I just don't want the food stamp. I want them to give us something better than food stamps so they can get out of the hood. You still there?
in the meal, to be honest with you. Yeah, can you hear me?
Go ahead. Now we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay,
Damn it.
I'm driving through
We
the
keep
country
going
right
up.
now, but I want
Yeah,
my I want my foot. Oh shit,
I hear you
my
a
shit
little
fucked
bit and
up.
then it keep going out.
Damn.
I'm gonna tell you what,
Yeah,
drive through
I'm
what
in
you
the
want to,
country.
go on mute.
Yeah,
No, go on mute real quick till you and drive a little bit, and let's let Rush take over real quick, and then we'll just let you chime back in. Just get a little further down the road.
all right, 10-4.
Go ahead, Rush.
What's going on, boss man? Hey, can you hear me pretty good?
Oh, you loud and clear. You must not be driving.
Nah, I'm parked over here, just chilling. But look, I didn't catch it. I missed it. I don't know how I missed it. I was working, but I got to go back and look at this replay, man, because I was interested in hearing what you had to say about this topic. But what I'm gonna say is, yes, my opinion, cancel culture has been around for the longest. It's just now that social media is so big now that we're starting to see it more and more. You know, we just took the regular news for what they said, and we just didn't look at it from no other perspective. But now we got multiple people like yourself, everybody else giving their own perspectives, going over the content, and now we can, pick and choose exactly what information do we believe. But I will say this. For the last guy, Cody, yeah, he seemed like a cool dude or whatever. But I got to disagree with you, Cody. I don't think Trump is the most hated president. That title I will give to George Bush Jr. Yeah, I think he's probably the most hated president of all time. Where in my lifetime, should I say?
I think it was, but boy,
Yeah, hell
everybody
yeah, it
hates
was.
Trump.
Listen,
You
he
can't
started
give
the
it to
war.
George Bush though. They tried to assassinate Trump not once but twice.
Well, a motherfucker threw shoes at his George Bush ass
I
overseas.
guarantee you, Trump would have rather somebody threw shoes at him than throwing them slugs at him.
Hey, Ronald Reagan damn near got assassinated. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple of cats got took out, but that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because the things
This
he
guy
did.
said, hey, hold on. This guy said, L Boogie said, Kwame literally just admitted to being a part of the Go Along, Get Along gang. It went over your head. Dummy, I told you I was a part of the Go Along, Get Along gang in the past. That's why I wouldn't take a job. I literally said it when I first went live. When I played ball, I stayed quiet as fuck too. I only talked to the people that I was around. It ain't like I just lied to the people that I was around, but I'm talking about stepping out publicly and saying something. There's guys that's in the league that will step out and they'll vote privately, but when it's time to step out and say that they have conservative values, they won't. They won't do that.
It's a bunch of dudes that talk that liberal talk and they voted for Trump. I promise you.
Hey, so one of my moderators unblock Earth Day, please. I'm missing block Earth Day when I'm trying to get this guy right here. He just rolled up too fast. I need to. I might have to go do it myself. If somebody can do it real quick, I'm gonna kick this dude low up out of here. He keep jumping in my chat and jumping back out. L Boogie, you talking about sure, bro? Just go check my other lives. What are you talking about? There's nobody. I'm being honest. That's what it is. You sitting up here trying to say one thing when it's really you should just shut the fuck up and listen. That most of your celebrities ain't gonna come and say nothing for you because it's too much money going into their pocket. That's why they got you worshiping celebrities. You worshiping a person that's going to dip out on you because his bag is too great to stand next to you. He got all this endorsement capital. Why would he stand next to you? Why would you in the back? Yeah, I'm missing block you Earth Day. I'm going to get one of the moderators to unblock you. If not, I'll just go unblock you myself. Oh, no, you back. I'm missing blocked you. Thank you, JJ. I was trying to block that other person. Man, you know, hit the link 3 times. I let you on the panel and you keep dropping down. You hit the link 3 times. I had you on the panel. You dropped down 3 times. I just exposed myself. Well, you just too slow to learn because I said this long time ago. And I'll say this for anybody who's not listening. Do not trust any celebrity that's getting an advertising and endorsement dollars because they're not going to say anything that's not a part of the mainstream media. If you say anything against the mainstream media and you, let's say, got an endorsement for Johnson & Johnson or Nike or Icy Hot or anything, they're going to take those endorsements. So that's why these athletes and these celebrities ain't going to say shit. And I was honest. I said, when I made that type of money, I didn't come out publicly and say nothing either. So I don't want you to think that I was some type of goody two shoes or I was above these guys. I wouldn't say a Jack Judy publicly. I didn't even have a social media. My brothers had social media. And my friends had social media. So that's my point. So you can look at it as that I'm a part of a go along, get along gang. I don't have a job. So I can say what I want. Nah, King Meech, you blocked, homeboy. Oh, no, that was King Kush. Yeah, he blocked from my chat. I don't think you should come on this channel either, King Meech. I think you should come on my other channel. You're a waste of time on this channel, so I'm going to kick you off here. Lo, go ahead.
What's up, Kwame, man?
What's going on?
Long-time supporter, man. Definitely of your work, man, your message, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. But so come up here, man, because I mean, like, I just joined up, like, probably like 10 minutes ago, so like, I kind of missed some stuff, definitely. I came in when the other dude, I think Cody was up here, chopping it up with you. He said some true things, but like, just like, bro, I think, last dude said too, like, I don't really agree that Trump is, like, the most hated. I think he's just the most hated because, or like, he's kind of like being shown as that because that's what the media is telling everybody to do more so. And I don't look at Trump as a politician. I look at Trump as an entertainer. That's what he's always been. So he didn't turn into a politician until 2016 when he actually became a president. You know what I'm saying? So I look at Trump for entertainer. I don't dislike him. I did not vote for him. But again, like I am independent. And I think that's the issue. Like we keep trying to like point fingers. Like if you're right or left, you're pointing at the other side. That's the whole issue. It's just as simple as that. We gotta
I agree
like
with that.
stop fun. Yeah.
No, I
You
said
said
I
what,
agree
bro?
with that.
Okay, yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta start like falling for the divide. That's the main thing that's gonna keep us in this shithole. You know what I'm saying? Like in this chaos. Everybody pointing the finger at the other. I look at it: left wing, right wing, both wings on the same evil bird. That's the whole thing. That's how I look at it. We gotta take the bird down, but it is we the people. It's like you always say, Kwame. Like we the people really have to lock in and like really like come together. We gotta stop being divided off of politics, religion, race, social classes, all this other bullshit, man. So like that's the main thing that I wanted to say, man, for real.
Yeah, I agree with you on a lot of the stuff you said. I think Trump is the most hated, and here's why: because everybody loved him, and then they were just told to hate him. He's the most hated because exactly what I said before. Most people haven't thought for themselves in years. And since the inventions of Instagram and Facebook and social media, and there's been studies that says this, it was people that made Trump the number one politician or the number one entertainer in the world at one point. All the rappers said, I want to be like Donald Trump, up like Donald Trump. It's an Amigo song. So a few years prior to him walking down that step, everybody loves this man. And then after that, it's fuck Donald Trump. That lets me know that there's social engineering. That's programming. That's not him doing something to you. That's not him disrespecting you. That's you doing what you're told. So I know how to think for myself. And the reason why I know he's the most hated is because he almost got assassinated twice. Not once, but twice. You're going to assassinate a president that they haven't been an attempt on a life since when? Reagan? Well, when was the last time somebody got an assassination attempt? In the 80s?
Yeah, Reagan. Reagan.
Yeah, so you talking about you just gonna say Bush is the most hated just because people didn't like him? Not only people did not like Trump, people tried to unalive him twice. So we got to go off the facts. We can't just go off all what we think. We all think what we think, but we got to put a little bit of put a little bit of facts into there. This man almost got unalived in front of the world, bro, in front of his kids, his wife, everybody.
Look, man, I definitely agree with that. Like, I guess like that wasn't my main point, man. Like Trump, he probably is the most hated by now. But like I said, also, I mean, just like you said, I think it's just because the media tells us to hate him. Just like you said, I mean, he was beloved before he became a so-called politician in 2016. But my main thing is more so just the fact that we got to stop being divided. I am more conservative myself, but I did not vote for Trump because, I mean, again, like we can't keep falling for the divide as far as like voting for a president. That's the main thing. You can't the president is not they're just a figurehead and they're more so a distraction these days. We gotta be able to see that. Like Trump is the second president ever to serve like in American history to serve a split term. Like what would make him so special to do that? So it's just I don't know, man.
What?
A split term to where he like pretty much again like he was in office 2016, 2020. Biden was in there, then he came back in office, got re-elected. That's the second time that's happened ever.
Yeah, I think he should have won twice in a row. I think if they wouldn't have been letting unalive people, if they wouldn't letting unalive people vote and the things that was going on with these Russian collusion and all the things that they've thrown in front of this man, it got to be something with this guy. All of these hoax and all of these things they threw in front of this guy, when you look back at it, all of the stuff they said about it turned out to be a lie. He's suing these media companies and winning money from them. He's winning money from people that's calling him these things and getting people not to like him because it's all about who we like. And he's winning money from them and winning, and they're not reporting it. KB is slow as hell. I mean, we're not worried about that. Why are you worried about if I'm fast or slow, dude? I'm not getting graded. KB slow, but you in my chat. This man crazy. Right. It don't make sense, man. Emotions got to calm down, man. At the end of the day, let me ask you this. You said you didn't vote for Trump. Do you like school choice?
Kind of, somewhat, yes. Somewhat.
Okay, because Michelle Obama, Ice Cube, myself, a lot of people are beneficiaries of school choice and being able to go to a better school and get a better education.
Yeah.
Do you believe in no tax on tips and no tax on overtime?
Somewhat, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not opposed to like most of Trump's
What do you mean
policies. I just
somewhat?
think bigger fish to fry. Yeah.
What do you mean
I mean, like,
somewhat?
because they don't apply to me, like as far as like I guess tips. More so, it doesn't apply to me. So I mean, I wouldn't benefit from that personally.
Why wouldn't they apply to you?
Yeah, I don't get tips.
You don't get overtime?
Nah.
So
No, sir.
here's where it applies to you. When more Americans have money in their pocket, what do they do?
Spend.
And what does that do?
Cause inflation.
No, it brings interest rates down. If people have more money, they spend it. It don't cause inflation for people to have more money in their pocket.
Oh, you said more money.
Yeah, if people have more money in their pocket, that's more trips that they plan. There's more vacations and things that they do. They can budget for goals and aspirations that they want to build towards without having a job. You can do that with more money in your pocket. The Democrats want to tax you blind and then give the money to illegal immigrants. Are you okay with your money going overseas for books to teach transgenderism or stuff like that overseas?
Of course not. Definitely not.
Well, that's what the Democrats was doing with our money. Did you see
look,
what? Did you see what they found with all the tax, the waste, fraud, and collusion?
Look, I mean, I definitely see what you're saying. I do think that's like, I don't think that's a left or right thing, though. I really don't. I think it's like they're all.
That is a left or a right thing. The left is the only one doing it. The left has been doing the trick. They've been taxing the hell out of Americans, giving out government jobs to our black women. And so they create jobs, give us this false sense of entitlement. And then now those fake jobs are gone. And half of Americans are sitting here looking like, oh, shit.
You can argue that. I mean, that is, yeah, that is true. I mean, I think two things can be true at once, but I think that's the main thing. They're both in cahoots together. Both sides are to blame. I mean, for any inflation, any taxes or whatever. I think that's the whole thing. They keep trying to point the finger at, okay, like whoever's in office or who was in office during this time. Both, I mean, again, like I think Biden and like each president inherits the last president's mess. So I mean, you can kind of argue anything. Like both sides are going to be responsiple for whatever has happened. So,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's all I'm saying. Like again, like look, Kwame, look, I'm not against Trump, but I'm not so much for Trump.
No, I'm not. I don't even want you to mention the Trump. That's why I'm just talking about policies. I didn't even mention Trump name.
Right.
So
yeah.
my thing is, I'm looking at the policies and how they affect us, and I believe people having more money in their pocket will allow for them to invest in their own future. And if people were more educated, meaning that they can go to better schools, then I think it overall advances the quality of the people's life. And it puts the ball in their court more so than the government's court.
Definitely. Most definitely. I definitely agree. Definitely, man.
And I wish we all just take a more independent approach. Like you said, I agree with that. We all should be independent, but we all got to be smart and look at the results of things. I voted for Barack Obama twice. But when I look at the results of what his presidency brought us, it didn't bring us nothing but gay marriage and a lot of LGBT rights and all things. And of course, they should get their rights. But I'm not LGBT. Just like you said, you don't think that no tax on tips affected you, which it does. But I want some rights for all Americans. And what I see Trump trying to do is to give things that'll help all Americans and not certain groups.
Definitely. Exactly. Definitely.
Because no tax on tips and no tax on overtime, even though I don't get tips and I don't get overtime, I know the way economics work. And I know that helps everybody if everybody had more money in their pocket.
It's a great point. Okay. Yeah, definitely, man. Look, Kwame, look.
What's up, bro?
Just like the crack era.
Oh, yeah. But see, they trying to give us the Trump and them. I think they're trying to give us a mindset of business minds and legal crack. The Dems want everybody on welfare, and they get people thinking that they love them because they're giving them welfare. Trump and them like, nah, go get a business. Stop using your own name. Get a business. They gave you a blueprint. Shit, they give out government funding every year. They're not going to give government funding to an individual. They give it to a business. Hey, L Boogie, hit the link or get the fuck out of my chat. You've been talking long enough. You don't even, matter of fact, get the fuck out of my chat anyway. You don't even want to be yourself. Nigga, come up here as Drake. Drake? Get this Negro out my chat, man. Man, sit up here texting the same thing over and over again. Big dummy. Same thing over and over again. But like I said, man, a lot of the people that's sitting up here fighting for food stamps, getting mad at Mike Epps and all that. Yes, it's some people that need stamps, and I want them to get as much stamps as they can get. It's some people that's just cheating the system. We all know that. Let's stop pretending. I got a cousin that's cheating the system, and everybody keep thinking, talking about, oh, you can't even get a food stamps unless you're qualified. Bullshit. You ain't never been in the hood, and you don't know how the hood work. I got an auntie that worked down at I had an auntie that worked down at the food stamp office, and guess what they do? Every home girl that they know, they hook them up with stamps. Y'all don't know a goddamn on thing about how life really works. You from the hood and you know somebody that work at the food stamp office, they hook all their homegirls up, homeboys too. So let's stop playing. We talking about the people that's abusing the system. They don't need it. Give it to the women and the children that actually need it, and I'm all for it. I'll put my tax dollars towards that. But it's the people that's scamming the system, going to eat crabs and getting their goddamn hair done all day. Those are the people we talking about, not the people that's doing it the right way.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, KB. I was getting 400 from a chick on Old National every month, like clockwork.
I don't know why people be fronting. It's like they think life is all about pulling a jig and scamming. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. If you get a business, play the game within the game. You can learn from Trump. You don't gotta like him. This some bitch filed for bankruptcy 7, 8 times. Learn from the motherfucker you don't like. Learn how to do business. They give out government contracts every single year, and they do not give them to an individual. They give it to a business. And what do they tell us black folks? You don't know how to run no business. You don't know how to do this. Damn lie. Black people been business people all their life. You just don't know how to do the paperwork. Learn how to do the paperwork, and you already know how to do the business.
Yeah, it's a fact. 100%.
And I know Russ knows stamp scams. Go ahead, Russ.
Yeah. They ain't gonna teach us that part, man. We gotta just seek it out and learn on our own, man. And that's the thing. And like I said, I'm not a Trumper, but I did vote for Trump because once again, I feel like his policies were way better. Some things I do like about him, some things I don't. You know what I'm saying? But for the overall average, I think he's doing a good job. He's getting all these illegals up out of here, which is helping a lot of black people go ahead and get them jobs that is open. You know what I'm saying? And certain other policies. So, I mean, the thing about it is
different because I didn't like when he called it a black job because then I was like, oh shit, they ain't gonna better understand. they ain't gonna get it.
Yeah, you gotta watch that what you say, man, because everybody gonna twist and turn. But man, like I say, man, you 1000% right on to me he was a better candidate because everything was going towards LGBTQ and their benefits and immigrants. And if I feel like if she would have got in office, then a lot of this stuff, it was going to continue because remember she said whatever Joe Biden did, she felt like it was perfect.
Right.
She felt like he didn't do nothing wrong. So
yeah, she just
like,
said he was sharp. She just said he was sharp. I'm like, what? Did you hear that interview?
And that man got dementia, man. They say that man goddamn me on the bed looking crazy, man. So
literally, bro.
Hey, but you know what? Let me ask you this, KB, because I just seen this. Now you might want to do your research. I don't know, but they were talking about National Guard supposed to be going to New Orleans next, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my question is this: now they already hit DC, which is Chocolate City. They hit Memphis. They in Chicago. Now they're going to New Orleans, another black town. I feel like my opinion, this is my opinion, nobody else. What they're doing is they're grabbing going to these black cities, trying to get, you know, the real estate and everything, and really putting it up on the market in these cities. So my question is, do you feel like what they're doing, what do you feel like they're doing?
Oh, they've been doing that before. They've been doing that this whole time. I think they strategically place black people in certain areas so that they can run the property value down, and then they come back and buy it for pennies on a dollar.
Yeah.
And they build programs all off black pain. I think Trump and somebody is realizing that, and they're realizing that they're building. This is a model now. This is a business model. Black people have become a degenerate business model. Bring black people to certain black people, not all. I don't want everybody to get offended, but bring certain black people to any area, and they're going to commit crimes, bring the property value down, disrespect the area, throw trash on the ground, piss shit, fight, curse, shoot, go to jail. And then the white folks regentrify the area. The buildings are still brick. The buildings are still nice. They come in, polish it up, clean it up, put cameras on every corner. And next thing you know, they walking dogs up the street for pennies on the dollar. And it's become a business model because the more crime you have in your city, the more government funding that you can get based on the crime. So why would I want to stop the crime in Baltimore when I can go tell the government, federal government, that I need to create 10 new programs and I need $10 billion $10 million per program, and I'll get it? Why would I stop it? I'll let you Negroes that we don't even like anyway think that you real and unalive each other, and then we got the prison, the pipeline system, and then if that don't get you, then we got Margaret Sanger that'll get you, and if that don't get you, the women like each other now, and if that don't get you, you're getting unalive. It's like it's no way out for us now. We being
Kwame, man, you need to run for president, man. Hey, that's what we need. We need you for president, man.
No, I think the people that's there right now, they see what's going on. It's just that they're white. And so people are looking at their race and they're not looking at what's going on. This is a business model. It's happened in Chicago and Cabrini Green. It's going to happen in O Block. Cabrini Green is nice as fuck right now in Chicago.
Yeah.
You can walk a dog around Cabrini Green. Before, you couldn't go nowhere near.
Yeah.
The crazy part about it, when my mother stayed in Chicago, and I went down there, they was tearing that motherfucker down. They was just tearing it down. That was like 04, 05.
Yeah. Same here, bro. My mom's from the South Side, man. Cabrini, that's somewhere that we stayed away from. Like it's torn down to the ground, man. It's crazy. Well, it's totally different now. With O Block, you about to do the same thing, but
so let me ask you, Lo, how is it that white people can take over an area and it becomes less violent? They can walk poodles, shih tzus, and everything. Flowers can grow and way less crime. You don't think people are looking at these numbers?
Yes, sir. 100%, man. Like just like you said, I would say, look, I'm only 28 myself, so I am still young here, man. But from what I've been seeing, I mean that had to have been part of the plan, because the regentrification, I mean, gentrification has been going on all my life pretty much, but it's gotten more heavy now, because I'm in the Raleigh area, North Carolina, Raleigh Durham area, and I see Durham has like completely changed in about like 10 years, completely, and like they brought to gut that last apartment complex project complex probably within the next 5 years for sure, before 2030. So I definitely think like I definitely agree with you, man.
They're getting ready to do a big shift. They're getting ready to disavow our culture. They're getting ready to shun anybody that talk violent, and they're gonna go after this naked rap and all that in a minute. They're gonna start shunning hip hop, because that's where most of our black folks make our money, and that's gonna cripple us. That's gonna cripple it. We got so used to being so vulgar and so edgy that once they take that away from you, then what? Because we don't like to buy nothing. We don't want to own nothing. We just want to be the consumers. So once they take away being rapping like that, because this is the first time in a while that a rap song is not in the top 100.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're gonna attack. They're gonna start using AI rap. This culture is too demonic and it's too destructive. We listening to music that's telling us to basically have sex all day, get drunk all day, take prescription drugs all day, and go get Go Turn the Block and unalive a black person all day. This is our music.
Yeah.
And we want to have positive results out of that. And then we got young kids growing up in a culture like that, that's all they're hearing. And then they go out in the streets. Only thing they want to be is a street cat, or the girls want to be a popping hoe. And that's all we want to be. We want to go viral. We'll say and do anything to go viral. When black folks used to be some of the biggest Christian, conservative, nice, classy women, all of this. We had our pockets of women that did what they want, but men used to be able to find them a good, classy woman, and there used to be decent, good men. And now none of us ain't shit for the most part.
Hey, KB, can I ask you a question real quick?
What's up, big dog?
I know in one of those Asian countries, excuse my language. I mean, excuse my background, man. I'm at the truck stop. But look, one of those Asian countries, they got it to where now it's like a point system. You know anything about that? I forgot the name of it.
Oh,
so
you said it. Uh-huh.
So it's a system where, I mean, okay, they go by your social lifestyle.
You're talking about the social credit score system.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying. So basically it goes by your lifestyle and everything else. So basically, if you're an asshole or anything, they deduct points. But the bad thing about it, you can't leave the country. They'll take your passport, everything. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think it's really about the money. It's about, your social interaction with people. If you're nice, you get certain points, all this other stuff. Do you think they would bring that to America?
I don't think so. They try some shit like that, and people gonna go stupid.
That's one reason I think it wouldn't happen. The Americans is a different monster, man. That's the only thing. America's different.
I think they want to. They want to.
Yeah, that's what
they want to. But look, they see how violent we respond with the simplest things. I know dang well they ain't gonna try that here, boy.
But
they want to stop welfare, but you see they suck that check.
But Kwame, you know how they gonna do it?
You sound just like my daddy. Oh my God, salute.
They can't come direct. What they got to do is they got to get you to get rid of your rights. They got to get you to give up your rights, like gun rights, and that's how they gonna introduce it. So because we got the Constitution standing in the way, they can't get away with that shit here. They got to convince you. They got to convince you that, hey, you know what? Compromise your rights for safety. Once you do that, it's a wrap.
Yep.
That's what they've been doing. So I mean, that is true. That is definitely true. Getting us to sign our rights away ourselves.
And we do it every day through fear, through listening to the media tell us that we should be afraid of something. And that's how we give up our rights, through fear. Fear Trump, fear this, fear that. And not letting people have true conversations, and not letting people, like, it's people that say, I don't like you, Kwame. I don't get offended by that. And people are getting so easily offended now. It's crazy. But I want y'all to take on the end of this video, because this end of this video, it's about 3 minutes left on this video. Let me drop this overlay down and let y'all hear the rest of this video, and drop myself down. Shit, I'm the only one on camera. Hold on, man. I'm the only one on camera looking at black screen.
Separate federal judges, all appointed by Democrats, blocked previous attempts to release Epstein grand jury materials in 2025. You got to get that. Grand jury testimonies are being.
I wanted to make sure that got played. Did y'all hear who was blocking the Epstein files from being released, but they're publicly saying that they want them released? Now, I want y'all to hear this again. This is alleged.
These separate federal judges, all appointed by Democrats, blocked previous attempts to release Epstein grand jury materials in 2025. You got to get that.
3 separate judges. Let's go back. And then I'm going to let it play.
Blocked previous attempts. 3 separate federal judges, all appointed by Democrats, blocked previous attempts to release Epstein grand jury materials in 2025. You got to get that. Grand jury testimonies are being blocked from public view by 3 Democrat judges, one appointed by Obama and 2 others appointed by Clinton. Yes. Freak.
Now, I don't know who Clinton is. Now, I know Paul Clinton. I don't know Bill. But what's y'all take on this man's assertions that 3 judges, 1 pointed by Obama and 2 pointed by, he says Bill, but I think he meant Paul Clinton. What y'all think?
Yeah, man. I mean, people are forgetful, right? Like, so if you don't keep reminding people of shit, they'll forget that these events happen. And so that's how they able to pull this shit off, is because, you know, people, to be honest with you, we can't remember shit that happened 3 months ago. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, shit kind of dies down after a while, so they able to kind of pull the wool over our eyes. But shit, I believe it. I believe it, because they'll tell you what's important to you, what you should care about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Have you seen any type of civil rights shit dealing with Black Lives Matter recently?
I saw that she about to go to being investigated by the feds for all that money.
Yeah.
That's about it. But I ain't seen I ain't seen no rallies or nothing that. No. And this dude talking about broke people voting for Trump is beyond hilarious. Broke people should be the first one voting for Trump, because if you work a hourly job and he's trying to give you your tax on overtime and he's trying to give you tax on tips, then why in the hell would you vote for people who's trying to tax you more? So Jenny Gang speaks. That was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
That didn't make no sense at all. Low and Russ, what's up? What y'all got on this part with the?
Go ahead, Lo. Fuck out my.
I mean, I gotta get off here, man. I didn't even hear your question all the way, bro.
No, I want to play this part of the judges. They said that there was 3 judges, 2 was appointed by allegedly Obama, and one by Obama and 2 by Clinton.
Okay.
They allegedly block the grand jury Epstein files. What's your take on that?
Oh, I can see that. I mean, it doesn't surprise me if that did happen. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me not one bit.
But publicly, they're hollering about opening the list. I don't understand. How can you publicly say you want the list open, but then privately vote against it? Shouldn't it be about what they do and not what they say?
Right.
And that's
right.
what pisses me off about some people that vote Democrat. They vote based on their emotions and what people say instead of what people do. Every year, the Democrats promise so much shit and don't do nothing.
Exactly. 100%.
Trump pretty much did everything he said he was going to do when he got in office, aside from letting out this list. And then now this list is about to come out. So if you look at everything Trump said he was going to do when he became a politician, this is one of the most honest presidents we've had that's not really a politician. He said he was going to close the border. It's closed. He said he was going to get rid of illegals. They're getting thrown out left and right. He said he was going to put America first. He started taxing the shit out of China and everybody, making them understand you're going to pay to do business here. He brought respect and established respect back over here. He said he wasn't going to go to war. Hell, he just ended 8 wars. What president has done more than Trump in this term so far? What president has accomplished this many things?
But
that's a great point.
It's kind of like the baby mama with 5 kids, right? By 5 different men. It's like you keep falling for the same game.
It don't make sense, man.
That's how we are.
When you ask, and when you say things like this, put aside you don't like Trump. Put aside you don't like him. Let's get the track record. Name a president that's done come in office and done everything they said they were going to do. Name them.
Yeah.
Other than that one name that everybody don't like is Trump.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with that one, I can say when he came in office, he basically said, "I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman." So I don't think he thinks like a politician. How they think, I think they got a warped mind. I think they all regurgitate the same thing. I just feel like he just thinks on a whole nother level.
Nah, I think Trump ain't scared to see black folks get some money. But he don't want to just give you no stamps because he know that ain't gonna get you nowhere. He wants you to do business. Trump don't care what color you is, as long as you are about making some money. He appoint black women that can do their job to make good money with them. The lady who's getting all these people out of prison, she's black. All these people that he's appointing, if they can do their job, he rock with you. And so I just want to know, forget if you like Trump, look at the track record. Name the president with this track record. Who stopped the war in Iran?
That's a good point. It's a good point, man.
Like we gotta stop just listening to the mainstream media and the cackling that they do. If he released his Epstein list, then everything he said he was gonna do would be complete. Once he get the tax on overtime done, now that the government is open back up, and get these no tax on tips done where people can have money in their pocket and people quit messing with them and trying to damn arrest them and let them help the American people, I think we'll be fine. People can get to work. I know my brother happy as a bird and rain in the sunshine. He can't wait. He work at the port, so he get overtime like a motherfucker. Every week
Oh,
he
he
get
about to
overtime.
make money. That nigga
Oh,
about
what?
to get paid.
We got one of the biggest ports in Brunswick. He like, man, please hurry up. There's no tax on tip. He can't stand Trump. He talk about Trump like a dog, but guess what he said? Man, I wouldn't give a fuck. He get this thing passed. I love Trump.
Hey, but you know that first term, motherfucker was making a lot of money fucking with him. He was
Yeah,
blessing
most
a
definitely.
lot of people, man, was making money, but a lot of people didn't see the vision because they started that campaign, like you said, that hate train.
The hate train.
But he was, man, listen, I had a boss, and man, that boy was making double the times of his paycheck. He said, boy, I love that motherfucker.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, but Kwame, I kind of do disagree with you though, based
Okay,
on
go ahead.
based on him being the most hated.
Mhm.
I don't think he's the most hated because how they get in office. He had all them people vote for him. There was only a small segment that really didn't fuck with him, because I think what's going on is that the groups that we all know control everything. They run social media to give you the appearance that people don't fuck with them like that.
Well, if you're gonna go off that argument, then George Bush got elected.
Yeah, but yeah.
We going off.
He cheated, but he got in there.
But we going off what happened. Both people got elected, so however they
But
got
he won
elected
by a
through people.
landslide, though. He won by a
Okay,
landslide.
however they got elected through people liking them or not liking them. We talking about the treatment. Trump almost got unalived twice. He's been impeached twice. He's been brought up
Oh, you're
on
talking about the
charges.
government.
Yeah, I'm
they
just
hate his
saying
ass.
the attacks on this man from the DOJ and powerful people has been unlike I've seen anybody go through. I've never
Never
seen
mind.
a sitting president be asked to go to jail. They just arrested this man in Atlanta. When have you ever
No,
seen
you
a president get arrested?
you right.
Trump got a mugshot. I don't think I ever seen a sitting U.S. president get a mugshot.
Yeah, they hate his ass. they ain't even really investigate that shit like that neither.
I'm just saying. Show me the president that got a mugshot, that almost got unalived twice, that got 34 felonies, that did business with a bank, and then they checked that information. The bank didn't say it was a robbery, but you still want to arrest him. And then it turned out the person who investigated you, she ended up doing the exact same thing you did, or she alleged that you did.
Yeah, they hate his guts.
I ain't never seen no shit like this, bro, at all.
Yeah, they hate him. The government hates him, and the news networks. They all really involved. To be honest with you.
And
Go ahead, Miss Sweetheart.
peace, KB in the chat. Salute. How y'all doing?
What's up?
Actually, Kwame, this Mara Young. I had to
Who?
go on the other one to get a member. I be on here as Mara Young, and you always calling me Maria.
Oh yeah.
I had to go on here because my other page isn't working. I don't know.
Okay.
But I did want to talk about that, what he just mentioned as far as the news stations, which if you really notice, a lot of them are owned by Viacom. Viacom is actually they fund the Democrats. So of course they're going to, all the news stations going to sway one way. However, if people really watched the House meeting last night, they would see that the Dems were really on some crazy stuff.
I was gonna get to that. They tried to. One dude tried to do an immediate vote on the floor. The Democrats said, "Hell no."
Man, like I was watching that last night. I
Hey,
said,
I thought I was the only one saw that. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought they the ones wanted to open up the list.
no, and it's crazy because I'm like, see, people too busy watching the news, and I tell people stop watching Facebook news, stop watching social media news. Actually, watch the House meetings. And see, when you tell people that, I done sent that to so many people that called me a Trump lover and this, that, and the third. I sent that to them. Yeah, but now here we go, all these rebuttals. Nah, y'all was just
Man, let me ask you something. How does that make you feel when somebody talks so strong like they know a point because they heard it in the news, and then you show them what you got? You show them that, and then they're like, oh, but how does that make you feel?
It kind of upsets me because my honorary father, I call him my honorary father because my biological father is deceased. He made me mad, so mad one day because I was trying to explain to him about 7-8 months ago, like, Pops, YouTube is listening to people on social media. You're not even watching the House meetings. I call him to check on him. He answered the phone. Hello, Trump lover. I hung up.
That's what my auntie do.
I hung up. So I sent him that video. I sent him while they were literally live last night. I said, sit down and watch it. You ain't doing nothing else. Watch it. Like I was trying to explain to him because now the government shutdown is Trump's fault. As if, okay, you want health care or you want food. I said, do y'all not? I said they not telling y'all the full story. The thing with the shutdown is he want to know why we are funding I think it's like 1.3 million to children in Cambodia to get circumcised. That's a part of our healthcare clause. A lot of people don't know that.
Man, that's crazy.
Like,
That is
a
nuts.
lot that goes into these clauses. That's why I tell people read the whole bill. Don't read what is appealing because that's what them and they are going to do. But he specifically did certain things because he want to know how we funding all these other people.
Yeah, it ain't nothing else this man can do, man. It besides giving people money, they still ain't gonna like him. But it ain't nothing Trump can do. The man done stopped 7-8 wars. The man trying to put money in your pocket by you working and getting overtime, tax on overtime, and all this other stuff. No tax on overtime, no tax on tips, and people still don't like him. I don't get it.
But you know what's crazy? Because they can't get past the man. I said, but how about this though? When he do send out them $2,000 checks, y'all gonna be the first ones in line cashing them though.
Right. He said they cut off SNAP for Americans because they can't get it for illegals. That's what I heard. And everybody acting like that's not true. I don't know why America won't stand up and not allow this to happen. I think they're going to shut the government down again because that's the only way they're going to be able to stop Trump. This is a Trump versus Democrat. They don't want Trump to look good. And that's the sad part about it is they're not going to let Trump open this government back up and get this money flowing the way it is because it's going to embarrass them. If they let this government open back up, the interest rates are going to go. Can you imagine people that's working overtime, keeping their money, people that getting tips, keeping their money, and then people being able to do business and getting tax breaks for doing those businesses and creating other jobs? Man, the money is going to be dumb, but that's not what people want.
And you know what's crazy? I keep asking people this. This is my number one question to a lot of people. If this man is so bad, I said who was in office when we had to shut down in 2023? Where mail wasn't even running.
Mm-hmm.
Who was in office? I said, and I always use your quote, it's always about who we like.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
At Bernie's, let's be honest, we in at Bernie's, that man, we didn't see him his whole presidency. Or is it just me?
Well, I've seen him fall off a bike, fall up some stairs, and shake hands with ghosts.
Little motor skills kind of jack.
Those were all deep fakes, Kwame. Remember?
Oh, my bad, American man. My bad.
When you want to be real, they call you everything when they talking about him and Bill and this, that, there. I don't care about what that man did or didn't do with that man. That ain't got nothing. I said they doing everything. I said, but you know why they don't want them files to come out? Because that's his leverage.
Mm-hmm.
So many people. Why would I want it to come out? I'm used to my advantage. Hey, look, you don't want this to come out? Go ahead, lift them tariffs. Oh, you don't want this to come out? Go ahead, throw me about $5 billion. You got it. They not looking at that man is a businessman.
Wait a minute, hold on. No tax on overtime is already in effect?
That was
Yes, but so real quick. I don't want to jump in. No tax on overtime. Here's the thing about it. It's one of those things that kick in at the end of the year when you go to do your taxes. It's not at the front end. It's on the back end, which a lot of things end up on the back end, but it's not on the front end. Yeah. I think that's the part.
I thought they was getting it and just saving money on their check every month, or every week.
Nah, it's on the back end.
So on the back end, they're gonna get a bigger check from the tax break.
Yes, because they're not going to tax the overtime.
Okay.
Yep.
That's still gonna be big for some people. They're gonna be waiting like, boom, end of the year, I'm buying a house.
And you know what's all crazy? He also tried to put in there about if your commute to work should also be into your whatever, your hourly wage or whatever. But they hurried up and shut that down. Like, no.
He said no. You got to claim it on the back end. Okay, so yeah, y'all saying the same thing.
But did you guys notice something about the Mar-a-Lago thing? At one point, they were saying it's worth $17 million, and that's why they're getting them because he overvalued it. Blah blah blah. And then the next breath, they said, but he could sell Mar-a-Lago for $250 million, so he could pay the 500. So he could pay the $500 million that they claim he needed to pay. Wait, which one is it? If it's only worth $17 million, how can he sell Mar-a-Lago for $250? Where we at with that? Nothing. Nothing has ever gone from $17 million to $250 million. That's not an actual business. Which I know it's a golf club, but you ain't telling me golf clubs railing in that much.
Oh wow. I didn't know about
The whole thing was a witch hunt. That's what he said. He said it was a witch hunt, and that's what it's looking like. Somebody pointed something out last night. They're trying to say allegedly that Donald Trump and Bill Clinton had some funny business going on. And someone pointed out, so wait, you're concerned about two gay men, which you like, gay people and all of that, over Epstein, the so-called pedo? What's your concern? Because we did say it was okay for two men to do their thing. So if that's the case, why are we concerned with that and not concerned with the pedo? Now, obviously, that's a take that's just trying to, get the Democrat. But it is true, right? Like, if that is the case, why are you concerned with that? Shouldn't you be concerned with the pedo? Because we let two men and two women get married in this country, so we're okay with two men and two women. So what's the problem?
Well, you know what's getting forgot about in all this? Ghislaine Maxwell she was a submarine pilot, right? And her dad was a part of the intelligence community. So you got to ask, okay, why is that not being harped on? Why is that not being pretty much her connection to Epstein and her connection to that? Why is that not the prime focus?
Can we talk about how she got an emotional support animal in jail? Like
everyone needs a dog. You know what I'm saying?
okay, or can we talk about how under Biden's administration they were giving out crack pipes and
Damn.
drug paraphernalia? Did we forget that?
No, probably.
Yeah, I remember that. That was insane.
Or Biden's administration, what else happened? Not many children were being found during the sex trafficking as they have now. Or can we we can keep going with the list. People all of a sudden have certain amnesias, and it's crazy to me.
Well, here's the thing. Does anyone remember when
Oh,
Trump
hold on,
first?
man. Let me just say this. I wouldn't call it amnesia. I would call it alliances. They're a part of these groups. I'm telling you. These groups got people being quiet. These groups got people, these alignments, these my brotherhood. If I'm in a frat, if I'm in the Q Dogs can do no wrong. If I'm a AKA, the AKA can do no wrong. It's these groups are destroying us. Not very few people can call out their group and say, no, this is wrong. We can't do that. This ain't what we represent.
Without rebuttal.
Yeah, without them kicking their ass and throwing them out the group.
You know, like I never witnessed so many people due to that Simpsons prediction, quote end quote. I said, y'all do know y'all wishing harm upon that man. Like, oh, I can't wait for that to happen. Like, wait, what? So y'all don't like that man that much. Or are we going to forget the fact that we traded, what was that guy? A murderer for
The
another,
Lord of War, right? Wasn't he the Lord of War, the movie that Nicolas Cage did after him?
you know, or we traded that murderer for Brittany Renner.
Yeah, the Lord of War.
Yeah.
That that movie that Nicolas Cage did, that was after him.
Mm, I can't
That
remember.
dude was an arms dealer. And let's not forget, hold on. Let's not forget that. See, one thing about America is they always need a new boogeyman. We
Mm,
also traded the Lord of War, the guy who was selling arms, one of the biggest arms sellers during the time we left a bunch of arms in Afghanistan.
mm,
So y'all can put two and two together if you want, but isn't that ironic? Let's let the Lord of War out right during the time that we're going to leave a bunch of arms in a foreign country.
that part. Or it's a lot. We could, we can go down memory lane that people are choosing to skip over under certain administrations. Like for example, what is it? What happened? When dude first supposedly had got deleted or whatever, sent up out of here. Which me personally, I don't think that man gone for real. But I just want to know, where did this ghost email come from about him and Bill? Like all of a sudden it just popped up out of nowhere. And we're in the age of AI. Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was brushing my teeth because I got to go downstairs. I got to go downstairs in a minute, so I had to brush my teeth. But was you asking me a question when I left out?
You want a question? Like, I just really wanted to know, where did that ghost email come from about him and Bill?
Oh, I have no idea. But I think all of this stuff, everybody, I don't think nothing is new under the sun.
Nope.
I just think it's about time and place. I think they let things out at a certain time. just like this Maverick Carter thing that I'm probably not going to get to on this live, but they let that out strategically for it to connect to this situation right now, what's going on with the NBA and LeBron and all that. And LeBron knows that shit. The only thing that's going to quiet the noise is for him to come back and play. So he coming back on Monday. So, so everything is just lining up and it makes sense. But I got to run downstairs. I got to go to this dinner. So, man, I appreciate all y'all coming up here, sharing your thoughts and ideas. And if anybody else got something to say, go ahead and close it out.
Salute, salute. Y'all have a great evening. Peace and power.
All right. Salute, salute, y'all. I'm gone. Appreciate everybody who super chatted.